Hi, folks. Welcome to the Upstream OLM Working Group meeting. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have on the agenda for today. Uh, Going over our last old action items. Camilla, um, you have already got the OLMV1 release, right?
Tyler did for V1 and Hashim did for V0. So it's done.
Okay, so yay, that's successful. So that's good. Looks like we don't have any RFCs or briefs to go over this week, so unless anyone has anything to add in last minute. If not, there is a discussion topic around stale issues and PRs, which can folks see my screen? The
Yes.
thread?
Yeah. So I just put that to share because in a previous meeting we discussed we have many issues open for a long time. And if it's an issue or a PR open for a long time, uh, and no interactions are done on them. Probably they are outdated, probably are something that you need to get done, right? So the solution that was discussed was we use the bot to close the PRs and the issues that are in stale. Then I was looking on that, and actually we have the solution in place for the API operator registry and the operator lifecycle manager repositories. However, the solution in place is no longer working because the repo is archived and the repo described to use the GitHub action instead of the bot. So what was done was mainly keep the same configuration, but use the GitHub action, and it is merged already for operator framework API and the lifecycle manager. We have only two PRs that we need uh, approval, and then we can get merged as well and start to see if all will work as expected. So I'm just sharing that with you all, but also we observe if the issues will start to get the labels and to be closed because they are inactive. If not, we need to see why not, because the GitHub action should do the same.
Yeah, and you've also provided the PRs and a helpful list in the
Yeah,
Slack thread. So that's yeah.
peer approved too already. Really thank you, peer. And we have only more to get merged, and that is done. And then we need to just keep the eyes open, right? To check if the label is stale. I don't remember the labels, but it has in the GitHub action that is commented there as well, the process, if you look in the PRs. Uh, so we just need to be looking to see if the GitHub action will actually works as expected and close the issues. Because that will make it easier us to manage um, everything that we have open, right? Because now we have so many things and so many things are outdated that it's hard to know exactly what we should to do.
Yeah, it'll certainly help with a lot of the cleanup work that we need to do, maintaining
Yeah,
issues that we really need to work on. So thanks for that, Camilla.
welcome.
Okay, now moving on to we don't have any other discussion topics. So uh folks, do we have anything else that we want to bring up before moving on to the roadmap check-in? I'm taking that as a no. Um So if we want to speak to the issues that we have in progress, does anyone want to speak to, well, I think the permissions, pre-flight validation stuff, and the webhook work and all that. I think this was, I can speak to this, the kubectl operated plugin updates.
Go
Uh,
forward.
Most of the work for that is done, and it currently lives within the operator framework kubectl operator repo. So I think this can move to accepted, provided we do not also want to include the move to operator controller for our kubectl operator plugin. Would anyone else like to talk to the status of our other
I think the next two is with peer, but I think they are still in progress. So the status is right.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was just gonna say something. I think at least for the webhook definitions, we can probably move that to done.
needs docket is one. Can you?
Um, I I don't know if it will need docs. Um, because at least from the consumption perspective, it's no different than installing any other bundle. I just don't know if maybe it needs some sort of feature kind of doc just to say that that feature is now there and how you can enable it and so on. Would that make sense?
I think it makes sense as well, right? Because
Okay.
when we promote in GA, then we need to update the docs to say
Yeah.
that it is supported, right? But for now, has not too much to do, right? Just
Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, put it on needs docs, and then I'll be happy to um you just put
okay.
something down there just to call out that the feature's there, and then you could enable it with such and such a feature gate, and maybe add a demo screener there, and that should be good. Although it does still need end-to-end tests, but I guess that's sort of held up by the work on sort of enabling end-to-end tests for feature gates. But I don't think it will be a huge lift anyway to add those.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, we already have the single namespace support merged upstream, right?
Yeah, I think we might want to move that over as well to needs docs.
I see. Okay.
But that's more on Nico, which I don't know if he's present. He had to leave a bit earlier today. But I think we can move it to needs docs. I mean, it's merged in there. There is, I guess, an open question around how we want to handle configuration, because at the moment you um, specify which watch namespace you want through an annotation. I guess eventually we might want to have something closer to configuration on the API surface, but I think that's a whole other story as well. So I think it's good enough for needs docs and certainly good enough for folks to try out and be able to install those bundles that only have single or own namespace.
Okay. I'll move it to
Yep.
needs docs for now, and if we have any outstanding questions, we can always either open a new issue for it or move this back to implementing, if
Yep.
that works better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Next we have the V1 performance and scaling work, which seems to all be in progress, right?
Yeah, that is in progress. I think Daniel was doing that, but he is in PTO, so
Okay, so that is where it needs to be. And the permissions pre-flight work. Oh, looks like, is that also just waiting on docs for now? Camilla?
I don't know. I think it is one is Tyler and Brad. I don't know if they are in the meeting to help you. We can try.
I'm here, and Kita, it doesn't look like you're not sharing the screen, so I'm not quite sure
Oh,
where you're looking.
No, she's sharing Brad. I think
Oh,
I've
maybe I just
seen.
don't have it. Oh, hold on a sec. Oh yeah, I have it. It's really small, sorry.
She's showing the app
Yep, I got
of
it. I got it.
permission.
I'm up to date. Um, so our follow-ups, yeah, I think it is mostly just waiting on me to check the box on the docs permission. There was something I just wanted to go back and look at one more time. I will do that shortly. So yeah, it's still in the proper state.
okay. I'll leave it to you if the status needs updating for
Yep.
now.
Yep, I will.
Can,
Thank you.
can we move to needs doc? Is all implemented?
Yeah. Yeah, I can because that's exactly the right state.
Okay,
Do you
so
want to
should I
drag it? Yeah, do
go
you
ahead
want to
and
drag
do
it
that
in,
now?
Kita? Yeah, it just needs docs. So,
Okay.
yep.
And we do we have any update on any of the we can go ahead and take a look at the issues themselves. So,
That we have a PR is the box cutter thing, but it's showing progress. I think the three of them is showing progress.
yeah, but as of now, we don't have any what we haven't actually split it into um issues that folks can work on yet, right? So we should probably still have this in designing while it's being ironed out.
Yeah, I think so. Because the PR is like a POC. So
Yeah.
I think it's showing in the right place. The
Uh,
Helm charts, Edge has a pull request for the first piece, just for operator lifecycle manager be able to install the Helm charts, but the documentation, the design, the brief as a whole, like how we will change everything, is showing progress, I think. I don't know if Ed, would you like to say something?
At the moment, writing tests and yeah, so writing unit tests for this primarily, and then trying to resolve a couple of other issues that are still open. So that's where we are with that. And yeah, after that, we'll also want to circle back on the brief to make sure everything is accurate.
okay.